Hi there. Miss me? Well, I am back with a new and pretty interesting episode of Intimate with Shai. Hey fam, how's it going? It's been a while, but I am back. My name is Shai. Now, before we begin, you know the drill. Let me just tell you that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a relationships expert or a psychologist or psychiatrist or any of that sort. I basically have zero professional background for what I'm going to be talking about here today, but all I do have is Google for some data and my research for my personal insight. And of course, I invite you to have an open mind as you watch this video with mature topics. And also, don't forget to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Easy Rock Manila. So, like I said, I have been gone for a while, but for good reason, I promise. And whatever those reasons are, it doesn't matter. But while I was gone, ito na lang, I decided to scour the internet, invest my time and effort to come up with a 2021 update of a relationship dictionary. There you go, just to keep you updated with the times, since we're still single and you want to mingle, we had to be cool and hip. We can't go, why, yes, my dear, my beau has courted me for years through many a Dear John letter, and I decided to say yes and put away my little black book. Translation? Yes, girl, Joe, ako na ngayon. Tagal niya nga ako niligawan eh. Tagal namin nag-text-text lang at chat-chat, di ba? Tapos ayun, nag-DTR kami and ayan, hindi na ako nag-Tinder ngayon. Hindi na ako nag-swipe-swipe. So here I am with your updated ABCs of dating, starting with the letter A. Astro Love. Usong-uso to sa mga Gen Zs and some millennials where people are turning to the stars and the zodiacs to look for dating compatibility in accordance to, their, zodiacs and star signs. Like, for example, oh, you're a Libra? Ooh, clash tayo niyan because I'm an Aries. Or, oh my gosh, yung crush ko is a Sagittarius and was born under a full moon. Feng Shui has left the conversation. Letter B, breadcrumbing. It's like keeping someone interested in you by leaving them breadcrumbs. Yan. Little nuggets of interest like an occasional Instagram like or nag-reply ka ng haha sa Twitter niya, but you never actually really meet up, diba? So, it's kind of related to this other letter B, benching. It's when you're not into someone enough to commit to officially dating them, but you also don't want them to find someone else either. So, kumbaga, pinapansin mo, chinachat mo, just enough to keep them waiting for you. Mga paasa. Letter C, COVIDship. It's a romantic relationship that started during the pandemic and you kind of don't want to be single for another year, so ayun, nagka-COVIDship ka. By the way, hello nga pala sa mga nagka-COVIDship over the past year. Although, there is a non-scientific study, and I really mean it's a non-scientific study, as in like, guni-guni lang namin, that when the vaccination rates go up and the pandemic goes down, these COVIDships could actually end. So I don't know if it's really going to last. Maybe you guys would be the proof that tatagal tong mga COVIDships nito. Let's see in the long run. But anyway, moving on to letter D. DTR. Define the relationship. After you've been talking with someone for some months and it's really obvious that you both are into each other and it's probably time to cut the BS and DTR. You know what I mean? Letter E. Eclipsing. It's when you adopt the interests or hobbies of someone you're dating and pretending that you like those activities too. Like, for example, oh my gosh, yeah, I love basketball too. Oh, who's my favorite player? Of course, Steph Curry. I know nothing about basketball, but I won't deny or admit that I had that kind of conversation with someone before. Letter F, flirtationship. You're in a flirtationship when you frequently flirt with a friend or someone you know, pero hanggang dun lang. Basically, kalandian mo lang siya. Yun. Letter G, ghosting. Well, this is an old term, of course, but it's still very common, Ghosting happens when you ignore a date's text messages or calls or paramdam nila instead of actually actively calling things off, and breaking up with that person properly. And admittedly, I think it's a general consensus that it is a very mean way of breaking up with someone. So please, if you have to break up with someone, break up with them and do not ghost them, okay? Alrighty. Letter H, haunting. Now, this one is related to ghosting, okay? It's what you call when someone ghosts you but keeps stalking you. Oh my gosh, I remember so many people.
Oh my god, I remember so many people.
Like for example, they check your Instagram stories or your Facebook My Day, and then they follow you on other social media accounts, but they don't like or comment on anything. It's really just lurking. So yun, that is haunting after ghosting. Letter I, Instaofficial. If there's a Facebook official, there's also an Instagram official. When you post a photo of you and your partner on Instagram, so just let the world know na magjowa na kayo. Para pagchismisan na kayo ng mga marites sa buhay ninyo. Letter J, jelly. Now, admittedly, that is an old word, but it's slang for jealous, and I am really sorry, but the letter J was hard to find. A word for the letter J was hard to find. Unless you want J to be this. Kawawa naman mga letter J, diba? But anyway, moving on. Letter K, Kitten Fishing. It is the baby version of catfishing. So if catfishing is creating a whole new online persona, even to the point of changing your gender, making a new person of yourself, kitten fishing is emphasizing some of your traits or minimize others to create an appealing but not exactly accurate portrayal of yourself. This might mean using old photos, yung 5 years ago pa pala, tapos yun ang ginamit mo to upload, diba? Or saying that you're a marketing officer instead of a radio DJ. Now, I'm not saying na ginawa ko yan, but DJs kind of market themselves. FYI, I'm just letting you know. Moving on, letter L, lead on. Leading on is to cause someone to think that you are interested in them when you're not really, either because you want the attention lang or you actually want something from them without really committing to the relationship, or wala ka talagang intention to be in a relationship with that person. So you are just leading them on. Letter M, and I do this one often, master dating.
Wait a minute.
Ups, to be clear, it's master dating, okay? It's basically dating yourself, it's when you enjoy spending time with yourself and going out alone to movies and dinners and treating yourself, basically dating yourself like, hashtag like a boss. Master dating. Bonus letter M. Let's do a bonus letter M. Micro cheating. This one, it's a form of infidelity that stops short of a full-blown cheating by sleeping with someone. So basically, chat, video call, but not really sleeping together. But still, cheating if you ask me. We are now at letter N for non-date date. Yes, a non-date date. This one is a get-together that includes heavy flirting, there's food involved, there's playful touching and eye contact, yung saktong landian lang, but your ka-date doesn't really specify na it's a date. Okay, so hindi niya sinabi na, hey, can I ask you out on a date? Or, hey, tara date tayo, or can I take you out? Walang ganun, okay? So labo. It's a non-date date. Letter O, an open relationship. Now, this one is when a couple agrees to have a relationship that involves separately dating and/or having sex with other people. Of course, not everyone would agree to this, but honestly, it's not as uncommon as you think. And if you're interested, you might want to talk about it with your partner. Anyway, bonus letter O, orbiting. Now, orbiting is when your ex starts showing up on your social media, perhaps even checking you out on his TikTok, but they never really make direct contact with you. And this is kind of similar with haunting, except that nag-hover lang talaga siya. No evidence for you to find out, but you just know that they are orbiting. On to the letter P. P is for fishing, and yes, fishing is spelled with the letter P. And in the online world, fishing is when a person attempts to build up trust over a series of communications and then requests money, personal information, or a favor in order to steal or deceive or harm you, the recipient, you know? So it's kind of like catfishing but without needing to make a fake persona. So talagang makapal yung mukha ng tao nun para manloko, ganon. And unfortunately, we have seen in the news that a lot of older, more naive Filipino women have been victims of relationship fishing in the past. So, you know, as always, please be better. To those who are fishing, please be better. And for those who might be victims, please always be very extra careful. Okay? Letter Q. Letter Q is apparently slang for cool. Oh, hey, that's Q. Kids these days, right? Anyway, letter R is recycling. Going back to an ex, di ba? Yung basura na nga, ginamit mo pa ulit. Wow, you're so kind to Mother Nature for recycling. Letter R, recycling. Letter S is situationship. So many people are victims of this. It's not a friendship and it's not a relationship either, but it's something in between, you know? It's between hooking up and in a relationship. So basically, it's like a step above booty call kasi syempre there are feelings involved, pero hindi pa rin kayo, you know? Like, you do have sex regularly and then you're connected emotionally. You even update each other, for example. You text often, pero hindi pa rin kayo. So that's why you have to DTR. Now let's have a bonus letter S. Swipe. The term swiping was popularized, of course, by online dating apps where you swipe right, my right, if you like them, or left if you reject. So you could really actually even use that in real life. Like, for example, kung gwapo niya, I would swipe right with that. Ganon. Letter T is Textationship. I have a hard time saying that. Textationship. There we go. It's basically a relationship which is based almost solely on just texting your partner instead of communicating face to face or not even talking over like video chat or something. Nothing like that. Talagang texting lang. So, you know, sobrang asocial nung tao. And by the way, yung ayaw mag-socialize and to be with other people is called asocial, not antisocial. Share ko lang. Anyway, moving on. Bonus letter T, turbo relationship. Now, this one refers to partnerships that were formed during the quarantine because of the level of intimacy that quickly occurs when you are isolated together with someone for months. Can you say na dahil wala na kayong choice or parang, you know, you were bored, you just decided to, try each other out, parang ganun? Turbo relationship. Letter U, friend. Yes, it's friend. Yung friend mo siya, but you're not really. Like, you were introduced, but you don't really hang out. You're not really communicating, but you're friends. Friend. So yeah, friend. Letter V, vulturing. I remember so many people again. So this is when someone is sensing that a relationship is already on the rocks and it's about to end, and then suddenly swoops in to take advantage, you know, of the situation and get a partner. Letter W is an oldie but goodie. Wingman. It refers to a friend who helps you find partners, even to the extent of making themselves look bad. Yung okay lang sa kanila na mapapahiya sila just to make you look good with their, you know, with their potential partner. Yun. Now, the term wingman is related somehow to a term that we used back in the day, bridge. Naging bridge ka na ba dati? Tapos ikaw yung na-fall? Moving on. Letter X. Hindi na po dapat binabalikan or pinag-uusapan. Moving on. Letter Y. Yeet. Basically, break up, you know, itapon na, let go na, ganun. Yeet. And letter Z. Zombieing. Zombieing happens when an ex or someone who previously, you know, ghosted you comes back to life again. Pops up into your life again. Ganon. And it's usually in a form of social media interaction. Nagpaparamdam siya ulit. Ganon. Like, oh my gosh, akala mo wala na siya sa buhay mo. But suddenly, again, rises from the dead. zombieing. And there you have it, some updated ABCs of relationships that you may or may not have already known. But if you knew them before I shared it to you in this video, please let me know down in the comment section. And how many have you not yet known? Yeah, let me know. Or even more so, how many of those do you relate to right now? Like, how many of those resonate to you? Oh my gosh, I hope none of the really bad stuff like catfishing or kitty fishing or fishing actually. Oh dear, I hope none of those relate to you right now. But yes, please do let me know in the comment section and we may talk about it, have a discussion there, and yeah, I might actually even do another video about that. Okay? Alrighty, but for now, that is all the time I have. Thanks again for watching, and of course, if you do have any other questions or topics you'd like for me to discuss, the intimate stuff or follow-up questions about dating, sex, and relationships, please do let me know again down in the comments or do send me a private message on my Instagram and we may just talk about it in my next video. Okay? Alrighty. Remember, fam, even if you haven't DTR'd or you're in a situationship or a full-blown relationship, once again, safe sex means no regrets and it only gets sensual if it's consensual. My name is Shai for Intimate with Shai, saying love you. Bye!